to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw in film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And wound up getting free on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you expect it to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
It off out of the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 34. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Sanders' kick is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting... for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. 2nd down and 7. A first look now for Darrynton Evans. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And good for 19 and a first down.
Big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position. And he proved it right there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This is caught by Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on the opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Fields. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Back to throw, Fields. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over that time. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, I like how you said when we mentioned it. I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Lions come into this one still undefeated despite the 1 tie. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. From the 44, Jackson. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They go play action with Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Now it's Fields. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Again, Fields.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chubb.
Touchdown, Detroit.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movement. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, you and I said with intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Offense also plays an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, I don't know what we're seeing from the safeties. They're all over the field. Don't know if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
3rd and 2, Fields.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Herbert once more. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running right is Evans.
Evans, fast footwork. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Jackson now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there on that play. I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
He continues to struggle to find Chris to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. To throw is Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Now a first down throw, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Fields throwing again. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Might want to remember that Third down play, 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. And it's caught.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Khalil Herbert with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 24-10.
Bears 10. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, they keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a first right there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here is Young. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
It's Young on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down about the 33.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Young. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Fields on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.